I'm going to show you how to make some artwork out of your photographs that you're taking. Make it look a little bit different, so it doesn't necessarily look like a picture. But it's just fun, and it's all playing around with it. We actually took this picture here and ended up with this here. We took the original image and we did some adjusting to it. Then I saved it. Then I cropped on here and made that. Cropped it as an 8x10, made it my background. Dragged the picture, original picture, over onto the background and kind of set it all up like this. So I'm going to put this away for a minute, and I'm going to show you with this picture here. If you go to Apple U, which is hue and saturation, you can change the tone of the picture by all kinds of colors right through the whole scale, going from green to blue to orange, teal, red, and so on, purple. We actually stayed with about the kind of like a warm tone right about here, I guess. You can increase your saturation, and we say OK. Then what we did was we went up to filter, sharpen, unsharp mask, and put the amount at 500. The radius can be wherever you want it to be, and then the threshold will soften things a little bit. So you might want to soften it, you might want to keep it a little sharp. So we're going to keep it just like this. So we save this as our original, which I have right here. I have my original now. And then we took and we cropped just this section. We did C for crop. Crop that to an 8x10. And that's going to be our background. And what we do with that is we went over to where it says background here, double click on that, and because it's italicized, you cannot change anything. It is locked. So by changing it to be called layer 0, or you could type in background and saying OK, now you can change the opacity of this background, which is what we ended up doing to get this. We go up here to the opacity, bring it down, and then we do layer, flatten image, so we can see what we have here. And then I also did a filter, blur, Gaussian blur, just to soften it up a little. So that's what we have for our background. So these are both 8x10s. I'm now gonna hit the V tool to move this. I'm gonna drag it over into here, and I'm gonna hit Apple T, which is transform, free transform. I'm gonna hold down the Shift key to keep it in perspective so it doesn't go out of proportion a little bit, and I'm going to bring it up and center it kind of how I want it here. Say OK. I then did edit, stroke. I love this little stroke thing that you can do. You can change the color. Let's change it on this one. Let's change it to like the reddish color. That'll work. Let's say OK. I'm going to do 20 pixels. I'm going to say OK. And that puts a little red stroke around it. So there you have the new one I just did. Let's get rid of this for a minute. And here you have our original one that we did. So you've got just like that, or just like that. So it's fun. You just try all the different filters and play, and eventually you're going to find some that you like to use again and again. And you can just be as creative as you want to be. So have fun.